Today it's all about the mindset, and like every Sunday morning when I come on with the great man Tony Meredith, who I'm about to bring in, we're going to dive down deep into what's actually going on inside our own minds, ourselves, Tony and I, as well as everyone in the audience. And we want to bring as many people in as possible to interact, to share some ideas and thoughts, and actually bring on some love. Tony's just about to come on. Johnny, good to see you on as well. I believe that you're just about to start the City to Surf, so great for having you come on. Alex, good to see you joining as well. Tony, I thought I'd bring a special T-shirt on there here for you today, since in honor of you doing the bridge climb. Can you hear me there, Tony? Big hi.
Gotcha. Loud and clear. Hi, mate. How are you?
Fantastic. So this particular shirt I got in Dallas, Texas when I was over there, and I did a skydive. Yeah. It says, "Shut up and jump."
Fantastic.
So
yep, that's
highly appropriate for you, Tony, to think about these things when it comes to height. So thought I'd bring that on just to excite your mind even more when it comes to the fear of heights. So we explore some of these 100%. Ideas today. How are you, Tony? And where are you at the moment?
Mate, I'm out the front of my place because it's incredibly windy. So firstly, my family is all in bed. They're all asleep. And so my wife says to me, "You are not allowed to do these lives inside. You've got to get outside." But it's incredibly windy here in Brisbane. You guys have had the winds. I've been in Sydney this week. And also because we've got an exhibition, we normally get the westerlies around this time of the year. So I'm tucked in the corner out the front of my place. Okay. So you can just sort of go around. That's my driveway.
It's a beautiful area there at Camp Hill, isn't it?
Gorgeous area, and look at that beautiful day here in Queensland as well. So that's where I am, mate, just tucked in quietly into the corner, allowing my family to sleep as I'm out here shivering out the front yard.
Absolutely, it's not as cold as Sydney, I'm sure. But anyway, let's get into what's been going on inside your head, Tony, for the past week, and I think it's really important that we talk about some of these issues. What do you think it really does for people, actually? Firstly, Tony, discussing these issues out loud. Through a Facebook channel. What do you think it does for people to, have you had any feedback on it and what significance it does?
Yeah, I've had plenty of feedback. It helps people. That's the honest answer. So I've said here before, a lot of people look at social media as being bad and they think about all the negative things. And what you focus on, you will find it everywhere. So if you want to look for negative stuff, you'll find negative stuff. Whereas for me, and I know you're the same, mate, we look at it a little bit differently, and that is that we look for the positive things. And you and I have had interactions from people. I've had private messages. You've had private messages. Mate, it helps people. I get people say to me all the time, it helps them because we are going through just the same number of struggles as everybody else. Yep. One of the key differences is we are sharing it publicly, but also we are doing things about it as well. But it helps people. It just lets people know that there is a way forward if you want to. And I love the questions that we get. I love the interaction that we get. And, I'm happy to keep doing this. As I said, I'm braving it out the front of my place, shivering away. But I want to do that because I'm committed to doing this and I want to help people.
Well, I know how much commitment you have. It's like, this seems like it to be a daily event that you're going on in regards to people working on people's mindsets individually or in group activities. I know you've obviously been down in Sydney this week. We won't get to the plugs as yet, but we'll move on to that a little bit later.
No.
But what I really want to actually, it's an interesting factor in terms of me personally, and Tony, you might be able to help with this idea, but I guess on the back of what I do in property investing in terms of planning, strategizing for people, helping them with the whole idea about taking action and the mindset around that, as well as what I do, in volunteering at Lifeline, talking about, suicide calls and things like that. But it seems like a daily occurrence for me to have a discussion about where people are at, what people are doing, where is there a lack of action that they're taking? Are they actually following a true path? It seems like a bit of a constant for me. Is it me, or is it something that you have happen, or is it just that energy is drawn to me to help people with their issues?
Yeah, so I think it's a combination of A, it's not just you, and B, you talk about these things publicly.
I thought it was all about me.
About these things No, sorry, mate. Sorry to burst your bubble here on Sunday morning. But also because you because you talk about these issues publicly, because you show people that you do these sorts of things, you constantly talk about mindset, your own mindset, you've constantly got examples where you're off the lifeline volunteering. I think you give permission, whether you deliberately do it or not, you've given permission for people to have that conversation. And I think that's a wonderful thing. And for me, I feel it's the same. So here's the thing, right? Let's remember this about our mind. Our mind has one sole purpose in life, and that's to keep us safe.
Survival.
That's to keep us safe and survival, right? Survival. And so that's the one purpose. And so when you go and do something that's different, that's challenging, that's got growth involved, that's got fear involved, that's got all these sorts of things involved, your mind is going to scream at you. It's going to scream at you and it's going to say, sit the hell down, because we are a lot safer on the couch, watching Netflix, taking it easy, etc. So, it's not just, we all go through it. You mentioned my bridge climb this week. I was going through my own moments this week around fear, right? And so I was working my way through that, and I'm delighted I did it. But my point is, I go through just as many moments as the next person. It's just that I've worked out how to quiet things down and how to take a step in the right direction.
Bit of a mention for Tony Gallagher who's come on. He spent a session out there yesterday with a great other property guy that I know of, Joe, and spending some time on working on mindset, working on strategy, working on thoughts for the future,
Great.
Which is really good to see, Tony. I commend you for continuing on that journey. It's really good to see that each and every one of you are thinking about doing that sort of thing. Tony, let's get into, I guess, on the back of what I was just saying in regards to having people come to me about talking about issues around them. Is it a case that is it people that feel, I guess I've given permission for people to do that for me, to help with that. Is it a case that it's, I think about it in the way of not actually showing too much or any judgment on those people? Is it a case that you feel that you're doing the same and people are sort of relating to that as well? And a big good morning to Brett and Sarah. Thanks for coming on.
Fantastic. So in regards to judgment, so one of the things that I took the participants of the franchise conference that I was in at this week is a thing called the line of choice, and that is being above or below the line. Being below the line is about judgment, blame, lack of responsibility, excuses, hatred, fear, etc. These are all characteristics that are below the line. The opposite of judgment is acceptance. Acceptance. Accept the fact that we're all different. Accept the fact that we're all unique in our own way, right? And so that's where people like yourself and myself challenge ourselves to constantly be above the line, live a life above the line. Doesn't mean that we always get it right, but by goodness, we challenge ourselves to live our life above the line. The other thing that I want to say, mate, is there's a philosophy that I have really focused on adopting in the last probably 6 months, and it's called, it's a Japanese word, it's called Ichigo Ichi. And what it means is treasure every interaction because it will never happen again.
Wow.
So that is, you and I are meeting here today on the 11th of August. This meeting will never happen again. We'll have other lives. We'll have other meetings. We'll do plenty of other stuff into the future.
And it gets better.
But this meeting, I know it does, but my point is that
absolutely treasure every moment of it.
And so for those who, I'll put it into the show notes, but it's called Ichigo Ichi, and it's a Japanese term for treasure every moment, for it'll never happen again.
Tony, I feel like you're spending a little bit of time on the Japanese culture, the Japanese terminology that's going on. Do you feel like it's a path for you moving forward, just to sort of throw out a challenge, throw out an idea around that? I think you probably
not fully.
will be heading over there sometime soon to get entrenched in the culture a little bit further?
No, there was no intention to head over there, but
maybe it's a path.
Maybe
what you're saying now and all the learnings that you're getting from the Japanese culture might actually send you on there. It'll be interesting to see actually if that actually plays out.
Watch this journey.
Watch this journey. Absolutely.
There you go. You said it here first on the 11th of August.
That's right. See,
2019.
maybe I'm thinking for the future. Like I've got this intuition inside me that's going to start to play out, and let's see if it works.
That's it.
And then I can maybe start to take bets on things and win money and have those quick wins and all that sort of thing. But anyway, aside from that,